Oh boy, folks, it's spooky month, the specialist time of the year. We had so many cool things for HorrorTown. We had a traditional Halloween, we had Horrorland, we had Curly and his family coming by, we had kids turning into monsters, especially that was the only update back then. It still was great. Then we had Horrorland again, and then we had a circus. I mean, it seems so cool to see exactly what this team comes up, and Halloween always seems to be their A-game. They bring in the best of the best, and man, I can't wait for this year. If I've seen exactly what happened, I'm sure they're going to bring some stuff, and I think my personal bet is Weirdo Halloween is going to come into the game. We're going to get Bim in the house, baby. Oh boy, I can't wait. Oh, wait. Oh, the update's here. Oh boy, I can't wait. It's... What the fuck? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to Goosebumps HorrorTown. This is part 0 to event 32, which is going to reveal itself to be that of Ghost Beach Part 2. And a few things. This is take 2 because my thing didn't record, so I have to do this all over again. So I have to try to remind myself how this whole thing went. And why I'm kind of salty about the whole thing is because instead of a proper Halloween update, nah! Screw it. You're gonna get part 2 to this update that I thought you would get in November. Nah, we're getting it for October. What's that? You wanted Halloween? Here's a belated summer update. Happy Halloween, losers! I digress. There's a whole lot of stuff to talk about, but we're gonna go ahead and just dive in here. So with that in mind, things to kind of talk about and go ahead with. If you've not seen part Event 31 introduction, or part 0 to that, highly suggest you should do so, because if you don't, this whole thing is not going to make any sense, but you do you, man. But anyways, we're going to dive right in real quick and go back to the story where we last left off. So anyways, where were we? Alright, so Terry and her brother got caught by the ghost in the cave, and they were all scared and like, woo, didn't know what was going on. And, you know, they were like, "Oh, don't eat me, Mr. Ghost." And he's just like, "I'm not going to eat you." Alright, and of course he introduced himself to be Harrison Sadler, which they already knew because that's what the kids told him. And it's like, "Oh, he's obviously a ghost." And he's like, "I'm not a ghost. I'm actually an ancestor, or like I'm part of her relatives, and I'm a spirit, not a what do you call study of ghosts, I guess, or something like that." But anyways, he kind of goes to this beach because he was looking back in his ancestry, and he wanted to tell the kids his story, what happened to this place. See, long ago, way back when the Pilgrims came in, like basically during the time of discoverance, like, you know, Mayflower kind of thing. Settlers came in and actually tried to make land here, and one of the families that were there were Sadlers. And unfortunately, a terrible winter happened, and not all of them make it. So hence why this beach has become a graveyard, because this is where a lot of them died. Makes sense, right? But anyways, he wanted to warn the kids that those kids should not be trusted because they're going to hurt them in bad ways, right? And of course, they neglect. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like you're a lying ghost. And he's like, "Oh, you think so? Well, go to the graveyard and see for yourself." So they were like, all right. So they go to the graveyard and they find what else but the graves of the kids right then and there. And what's even worse, Terry points out, her and her brother's graves are there, dug up, ready to go. Been like, come on, hop on in, with their gravestone and all. And of course the kids come back and it's just like, "What happened? I thought you were there." It's like, "Why didn't you come with us?" It's like, "Well, I'm sorry, I was scared." But then he was just like, "What is this stuff? Like, why are you dead over there? What's this over here?" And then they're like, "Well, obviously we're named after our ancestors. We're not really them, right? We just got named after them. And obviously this is a trick by the ghost to try to make you not believe in us, right?" And, you know, at this point, the kids have had enough. They fed up. They're like, "You know what? Let's end this now. Let's get to the cave. Let's do this. Dunzo, right?" So they go up to the cave. Of course, the other kids are not happy about that. They're scared. And then, of course, then there's Sadler. He's like, ah, you brought the ghost to me. Good job. And then they're like, the ghost? You're the ghost, right? And then they argue with one another, and he's like, all right, I'm going to end this right now. So Harrison made a whistle, and then the creature came out of the shadows, and it turned out to be a dog. And the dog started barking at the kids, and it turned out that they were ghosts. So they revealed themselves to be the creepy, decaying corpses, telling them that, we didn't make it through winter. It was not fair. We wanted to live. Come with us, cousin. Live with us. Scary stuff and all that stuff. And then and Harrison's like, get back, and kind of brings them into the cave. The cave comes crumbling down, trapping him and the ghosts behind there. I don't know if Sadler was a good ghost or if he was... Well, even if he was, he's now a ghost now because he's dead. And he ain't getting out anytime soon. So, it sucks to be him. But hey, sacrifice was made and the kids are all fine. What a crazy summer they had, right? So they go to their uncle, grandpa, and aunt, grandma. And they said, we had such a weird time there, man. You wouldn't believe the story. And of course, Harrison's dog came following by, started barking again. He's like, no, don't worry. And then they were pointing and turning around, and they saw they were barking at the uncle, grandpa, and aunt, grandma thing. And there's like, no wonder those two are so energetic for being so old. They're dead. So, of course, they're pissed off. It says, you dumb dog, you ruined the surprise. Now what are we going to do with these two, right? And it kind of ends on a cliffhanger right there. So, like I said, it ended in part 1. Here we go again. 2 kids gonna die tonight! But, of course, I love bringing back old memes right then and there. So, yeah, anyways, there's that. So, right, let's go ahead and read the patch notes real quick for this part 2, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not excited. So here we are. Terry and the gang plan their attack to stop the ghost from taking the town to its grave. Mist, the guard dog, is ready to give them a paw in the battle. What's wrong with Terry's head? What are the ghosts after? Come to HorrorTown to find out. I also want to point out that Terry spelled 2 different ways. One first way is wrong. That's a boy's name, and then we got the proper way, Terry's, and there's no S in Terry. So why did it make it like that? It's so okay. Whatever, man. You got the 12 new quest lines, of course, and then the new character. Do you think it's Harrison? No, it's Mist, the mysterious dog that will help Terry and the gang fight back the ghost. This good boy is not afraid of anything. Well, we'll see about that. I'm gonna test him to make sure he is as brave as he thinks he is. And yeah, Mist the dog, everybody. Who's Mist? I don't know. Was he in the story? No, not at all. I mean, the sailor's dog wasn't even had a name, so okay, I guess. Cool. The monsters, pair of ghosts to haunt HorrorTown are very close. Who are they? What do they want? Well, pretty much the spoilers of who they are. I mean, we pretty much have a good guess if you've understood the story. Anyways, items, you get the ritual candle, ghostly dog food, turtle flashlight, ghost vacuum, and family photo. Decorations, battle plan board, ghost ship in a bottle, haunted treasure, hunted treasure. Okay, sure. Foaming in the mouth crab, and more. A monster crab. Animations for Mist is rolling in the mud, bark at ghost, and guard dog, and more. Complete events and collect creepy rewards. Of course, like usual. There's copy paste. Nothing original, nothing interesting at all. These are getting a little bit difficult as well, I find, and there's one more after this for this year. There's one more event coming up. There probably will be more in 2015, but as far as part zeros go, this might be closer to the end. I'm going to be posting a thing during the end of the year to see what people think, because I kind of think that there's no point. I just figured maybe just gameplay, that's it. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. So yeah, so see you in part 1 to part 2 to this ghost speech thing. Of course, I hate the naming scheme of this because it makes absolutely no sense. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you soon with Mr. Dog. Oh, dogs. Yes. Oh boy. Can't wait.